Well, it's Euro 2028 semi-final time up against Norway, but before we do that, the glasses are going to have to come off because we've got some domestic stuff to talk about. Yes, hello, welcome into 11 Sports here for another episode of Glory Hunter on Football Manager 22. It's still technically an episode with Portugal, but there's some Villarreal stuff to talk about in this one. If you have enjoyed the series so far, I would appreciate a like on all the videos, but this one in particular. It's the semi-finals of the Euros, come on. Go on, you want to watch that, don't you? Leave a like on it. I would really very much appreciate it. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already so you don't miss an episode. We've only had 7 years so far of Glory Hunter. We've got another 13 to go. And we've still got another, 10 trophies we need to win. We've already won 5. There's a chance, if we win today, in the next episode, we might be able to tick off one of those from the list. And we'll be down to single figures of trophies we need to win over the next 13 years. Could be very exciting indeed. Anyway, before we get into the semi-final, a little bit of domestic manager, club management stories to talk about. So the glasses are being set aside for the moment, and they'll be set aside the whole episode because, as I've said all the time, I can't see with them on. You're wondering why I'm showing you Julian Stefan here. Well, AC Milan had a job opening. He got the job at AC Milan, and as you can see from the bottom left-hand side, he left Monaco, and what that does do, if we look at the job centre, is that leaves Monaco available as a job to go to. Now, you can see we have applied for the job, what it says over here, we have applied for it. The leading candidate now is Montpellier manager Marc Boussoufa. I don't think they should go for him. I think they should go for me. And you know what? They also think they should go for me because they're offering me a job interview, and I would like to do the job interview with you guys watching along at home. So we've got this yellow outline, which I realised for the whole time we've been managing Portugal in the Euros, I've not changed it from yellow to red. I can only apologise for that. I did notice, but I also thought the yellow must be given as good luck because we've won all the games. So we're going to stick with yellow. That's going to be the way it's going to be for the whole of the Euros. And after the Euros, we'll change back to the red that it should be. Okay? Don't worry about it. Anyway, Monaco have offered us a job interview. So let's attend this job interview and let's see what they say. Now, we've had lots of job interviews in the past. We've obviously got the Villarreal one. The other ones we didn't get, and I have a feeling a lot of that was because we were saying we would join at the end of the year. We have had the Liverpool job interview before, I've not shown you. We said we'd join at the end of the season. They obviously weren't happy. They took the manager from Almeida instead of us. Very frustrating. That's happened in the past before. Man United, last season, we got a job interview as well. Again, didn't get it. But this job, we're able to say we will take it straight away because we've won everything we need to at Villarreal. So I'd be happy to move if the right job came about. And I think Monaco is a cracking job to take. Obviously, you want PSG if you go to France. But you know what? Someone like a Lyon, a Marseille, a Monaco, they're the next best thing. And if you give yourselves 2, 3, 4 years to try to beat PSG, there's a chance we could do it. So that's what we're going to try and do if we get given this Monaco job. So let's get started, I'll say here. You're worried about not being able to speak the language? I say, don't worry, I can learn the language quickly. Can you ease our concerns? You've never previously managed in this country. I think the fact that I've experienced in various other countries should hopefully make up for the fact that I'm yet to work there. That's always a good thing to say in that situation. How do you plan to handle the responsibilities that come with managing a club and national team? Well, I mean, I've been doing it, the last however many years, and we're in the semi-finals of the Euros, and I've managed to win the league last year with Villarreal, so I don't think there's a problem there at all. So I'll say I'm confident in my ability. You've developed a reputation for applying for other jobs while still employed. This is a problem, but I'll just say I feel it's acceptable. I don't know what to say. It was my choice and I stand by my decisions. I say I feel it's acceptable when you consider how long I've been in management. That's what I'll say. We've seen a large amount of media attention and your media handling has been dubious to say the least. I admit I don't really go to any press conferences. That's what my assistant does. So I'll say I deal with the media just fine. Would you want to take charge straight away or at a later date? I would say as soon as you need me. That's probably the right answer in this situation, isn't it? How do you feel working for the director of football? I'll happily work with them. And we understand the players having the right background team. I say I don't need to have any changes. And that is always good because it means that you're going to not cost them any money. What would they like me to do? They'd like me to use the youth system. Well, if you have a good youth system, I'll happily use it. Work within the wage budget, minimum 3-year contract for first team players, and spend the original transfer budget. So they want me to make sure to spend as much of the transfer budget made available at the start of the season as possible. They would like us to get a top half finish in Ligue 1. Now, for context, the last 2 or 3 years, AS Monaco have finished second. I think third maybe 3 years ago, but second the last couple of years anyway. So a top half finish is more than easy enough to do. Get the final of the French Cup, that could be trickier, but again, it's a competition we need, so we'll be happy to do that and reach the first knockout round of the Champions League. And they would like us to develop the best youth system in the country, become recognised the best of the rest. I already think they are the best of the rest, so that would be fine with me. So they'd like us to be the best recognised name as the best of the rest outside of the Ligue 1 top 5 within the stated time frame. They want us to become the best team in the country? That feels wrong. But they would like, as I say, to continue to develop the best youth system. They would like us to challenge and eventually just continue challenging for the title. Surely we can do that. I'll be happy to work with these proposals. We're talking about top half finish. Do you think it can take us further, or do you think that's attainable? Will we do better than that? Will we say we'll look to challenge for a Euro Cup qualification? Yeah, let's say we could do much better than expected and challenge for a Euro Cup. But I'll say Euro Cup 2. Just to make it a little bit easier for us in case we don't do that. If Hard are willing to provide the transfer budget of £26 million, and I'll say, you know what? I'm happy with that. Sure, let's be that. And a wage budget of £3.5 million. I have a feeling they're spending about 2.8, so I'll say I'm happy with that. And I don't have any requests to propose, and we'll finalise that meeting. We'll leave that meeting, and we'll see. And maybe in this episode, maybe in the next one, maybe in the one after that, if we get the job at Monaco. But in the meantime, we'll get back to Portugal duty. Semi-final up against Norway here. Can we do it? Can we beat Erling Haaland's Norway in this semi-final? Let's find out. We'll advance on the next day and we'll show you the team we're going to use for this one. So here we are. Here is the team we're going to use up against Norway in the semi-final of the Euros here. The good news is the yellow cards that they had wiped for the semi-finals, so there's no chance they'll get a yellow here and get banned for the final, which is always a positive thing. Basically, it's a full strength team, except from we have the injury to Ramos, our top scorer for the competition. He's gone out for the whole tournament, so after that injury, so that means we're going to lead the line with Diogo Jota today. So Costa in goal, Diaz and Nasio at the back, Dallo and Mendes either side of them, Neves, Silva and Bruno Fernandes in midfield, Trincao and Leao either wing, and Diogo Jota will lead the line today. Surely this team is good enough to beat Norway. That is my hope anyway. And we'll see how we get on in this game. Some of them have been very, very exciting so far. Especially that game against Switzerland. Lots of goals in it in the quarter-final. Can we manage to beat this Norway side in the semi-finals? I feel as if they're a good team. We've got Berg, obviously we know him from our time at Villarreal that we've had in the last, 2.5 years. Odegaard's very good as well. We've got Hogg there, who's the top goal scorer, or Haig, however you pronounce his name. Haaland up front as well is obviously a very, very good player. But come on, we're good enough to beat this team, aren't we? Surely. So yet again, we're playing up against a team who are wearing red, and we don't get to wear our red colours. Instead, we wear our... I don't particularly like this away kit, but it's an away kit nonetheless that we are wearing. And we have started much the brighter side in the first 10-15 minutes of this game, but there have been no highlights as of yet. Well, 40 minutes on the clock. There's not been a highlight in this first half, but we've totally dominated it. And finally, right at the end of the first half, there is a highlight. Dallo with the ball into Bernardo Silva. Crossed over, headed by Mendes. Leao with it now. Over to Bernardo Silva. Can we get this early goal? Into Leao, and it's a headed finish. And we finally get ourselves a goal here. Norway have had one shot the whole game. That was our 12th of the day. Finally we get ourselves a goal and we lead 1-0, and it's more than we deserve. We say no more than we deserve, more than we deserve, no more than we deserve. We definitely deserve to be leading here. A well-timed leap from Leao there, and we get into half-time leading 1-0. And I tell you, I was getting worried for a bit, but you know, I'll agree with what the assistant manager has to say there. We're playing well, but you're capable of doing even better. But I will take a 1-0 victory if we have to take it into the final with just a 1-0 victory. But we're ahead by 2 now, thanks to Trincao at the back post. Bruno with the ball in from the corner, headed on by Inacio, and Trincao at the back post tucks it in, and we lead 2-0, and I think we're going to be cruising now. Lovely ball in, flicked on by Inacio, and no one marking Trincao. 2-0. 15 minutes to go. We've made some changes. Felix, Vitina and Bracanza coming on for Trincao, Silva and Neves. Hopefully that doesn't affect the game too much. We're going to go to a more cautious mentality, and we're going to encourage the team as well here. But it's been a fairly boring semi-final, so I'm glad I brought you that news about the possibility of going to Monaco, because not much has happened here, but we have got the 2 goals that have taken us into the final of the Euros with a 2-0 victory over Norway. Not a classic by any means, but we're through, and that's the important thing. And now we'll see who we play in the finals. I think the other semi-finals played tomorrow, and if it's between Italy and England, I think. Let's have a look. Semi-final, Italy and England indeed. Italy the hosts. England, are they the current holders? Indeed they are. So either way, there'll be a storyline here when we come up against them in the final. But let's advance on, see who it is we play, and then see when this final is. So here we go, the other semi-final taking place as we speak. Who's it going to be, Italy or England, that we play in the final? And Italy have gone through on penalty kicks. 2 goals from Esposito during the game. We know him. He's a very good player for us at Villarreal, and he's a very important player for Italy, obviously, as we play up against Italy in the final on Sunday the 9th of July, which is just 3 days away. It's going to be played at the Stadio Olimpico in Rome. That's going to be very exciting indeed. We are playing against Italy in Rome in the final. Can we pull off the victory? Probably it would be an upside. Imagine Italy were favourites. Can we do it? You need to find out in the next episode of Glory Hunter when we'll play that final. So if you have enjoyed this one, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until the next one, we'll play that final of Euro 2028. Can we get another trophy down to the cabinet? We need to wait till the next one to find out. So until that next one, we'll see you then.